Thank you everybody for coming out. Tonight I'm going to try to persuade you guys to host your own poker night at your house. Explain to you a little bit about poker if you don't know already, and where and how much you can purchase your poker supplies for. Today we're going to break down the basics of No Limit Texas Hold'em. We're going to have an understanding of the table layout, the seating positions, dealer buttons, blind structures. You're also going to have an understanding of the gameplay, hand rankings and their meaning, starting hands, which are also called hold cards, the flop, turn, and river, and betting process. Then you'll be at the end of this, you'll be able to host your own poker game. Again, where do you purchase your supplies and how much? This is a basic table layout. Everybody's positions. You'll see the D for the dealer button will be where the dealer starts and deals his hands, and then after you have the small and big blinds. We'll get into that in the betting process. Some basic hand rankings for those of you who don't know. The highest ranking hand that you can have is a royal flush, which is all suited together and is a straight and a flush together. Then you can have your straight flush, which is all suits and a straight together, not a royal. Four of a kind. Full house, which is three of a kind and a pair. A flush, which is all the same suits. A straight, which is the numbers in order. A three of a kind, again with the three of a kind. And two pairs, one pair, and then a high card, such as an ace. Your starting hand, which are also called your hold cards. In the poker game Texas Hold'em, a player's starting hand consists of two hold cards, which solely belong to the player and remain hidden from the other players. 5 community cards are also dealt into play on the table. Betting begins before any of the community cards are exposed and continues throughout the hands. The player's hands, which will be compared against that of each competing player, is the best 5-card poker hand available from his 2 hold cards and the 5 community cards. These are the top 10 best starting hands. Aces, a pair of aces, which are also called pocket rockets, a pair of kings, a pair of queens, ace king suited, called big slick, ace queen suited, a pair of jacks, king queen suited, ace jack suited, ace king offsuit, and a pair of tens. Those are the top 10 best hands you can have to start with. This is the flop. The flop is when you place the first 3 cards on the table. They're community cards for everybody. They can belong to anybody's hands to make their best 5. The turn is the next card. It's called a turn. The river is the last card, 5th street, that you can bet on. So that ends the game. Betting. Many novice, no-limit players simply don't know how much to bet. Here's the concept in a nutshell. You want to extract as much money as you can from opponents who have made hands but are losing to you. You want to give people with draws bad odds. At the same time, you don't want to trap yourself. Betting. Your hand is a pair of 9s. The flop gives you your third 9, so now you have a set or trips. You want to put in pot-sized bets here. This is because your opponent probably has either a straight draw or a pair of aces. If he has a straight, you don't want him to draw on the cheap. If he has a pair of aces, he probably won't let go of them, so take as much as you can. So you're trying to get as much money as you can without losing or allowing the other person to get a better hand than you. In this example here, your hand is a king 6 of spades. The board gives you 2 more spades, so you only need 1 more spade for your flush. So you want to bet into this flop, but don't bet too much. A proper bet would be just enough to make people fold if they don't have an ace, but enough to maybe make an ace queen just freeze up and call. A half pot sized bet would be advisable in this situation. This way you draw relatively cheaply and punish if you hit your flush. The reason is because you don't have a hand yet. So if somebody has a pair of aces, they beat you. So you don't want to get yourself trapped. Where to purchase your poker supplies. You got poker cards and your poker chips. You can purchase your cards just about anywhere. Publix, Walmart, CVS. They're relatively cheap and they range between $1.99 to about $10 if you want to buy a pack of 3 cards or so. The poker chips, you can find cheap plastic chips at your nearest Walmart. They're about $15.97. You can buy professional weighted chips pretty much anywhere online. They can be up to $100. In conclusion, take advantage of a wide range of available poker learning materials that are available to you in books and online. Be very selective in the hands you play. Be courteous to other players. And you can have your very own poker night for under $20. Most importantly, have fun.